All right, we're here today with Dan Briggs, and he's framed. All right, how you doing, Dan?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be here.
Well, I know you're having your show here at the coffee shop, at the Mystic Bean Coffee Shop.
Right, best coffee in the world.
Yeah. Good. Well, we're going to look around at some of your stuff, but first tell me a few things. Where are you from, Dan?
Up near Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo? Oh,
Near
cool.
Buffalo. I was right outside here.
How long you been around St. Augustine?
Since '81.
81. Well, you longer than me. And I guess how long you been into art, painting?
Well, I was an art teacher one time, and I taught for about first year down in Central Florida, and I didn't like it, so I went out and drove a truck. And then I found out Disney World was open. I got a job there, and I traveled the country doing art shows for 25 plus years.
Oh, and not driving a truck.
Well, between art shows, I would drive a truck.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. And you worked at Disney?
Yeah, for the grand opening for the first 3 years. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
We demonstrated paintings and did portraits. And
What was it like? What was it like working there?
it was great. It was wonderful in the beginning. The streets were so clean. You could eat off the streets. Everything was immaculate, you know. And Julie Andrews was there dancing in the street.
Wow.
See, for TV, you know.
People treat you good?
Yeah, for the first 3 years. And I thought, well, they start putting in time clocks and the new system start coming in. So I decided I could go out on my own and demonstrate, you know.
Mm-hmm. And you've been traveling around doing art shows?
Yeah, I did for 25 years.
Wow.
Canada twice, Hawaii 3 times,
No kidding.
from Kansas to New York, everywhere. You know, traveling with 3 or 4 day art shows and go on next week to another one.
What keeps you around St. Augustine?
The weather. I like the hurricanes and the 105-degree weather.
And the pretty women. I mean, I've heard that St. Augustine has some of the ugliest women in the United States.
Really?
Well, that's what I've heard.
I've been looking.
Well, you painted a few of them.
Yeah, I think I've done a few 100,000 quick pastels and charcoals of people.
Is that right?
And in the last 30-some years now, it's been, what, 35 or 6 years since Disney opened?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah.
That's half my life.
Wow. So you've been at this a while. What do you like to do most in art?
Pretty girls.
You like to do people?
No, actually, I enjoy doing children's portraits, babies, and sometimes I get the whole family involved in it. But I always started in the beginning of Disney. I said, if I could do a baby, I'll be able to do anybody. So yeah. I emphasized that, and I used to focus a lot of baby portraits.
I used to do a lot of baby photography when I was a young fellow. So
oh yeah, I did that too for Olin Mills. I did it for 2 weeks just to see how they would pose everybody.
Oh yeah.
Boy, you had to pose 70 people in a half a minute. Run back to the camera. They give you a half a minute to snap the picture.
That could be a beautiful job if you only had to do 4 or 5 a day. You know, but those numbers make it ridiculous. It's more like a mill.
It was a really, and then you would travel to different veterans clubs or something like that. They would set people up in there. I just did it for 2 weeks to see how they would pose people, you know. Mm-hmm. Boy, what kind of photographer? Where were you a photographer?
Well, I worked for a studio in Silver Spring, Maryland, in the suburbs of D.C. I worked for a magazine in D.C.
Oh.
And I had a studio of my own over in West Virginia. And I've just done a lot of freelance stuff. But anyway, we're here to talk about you, Dan.
I'm interviewing you now.
You're turning this around on me. Well, you do a lot of good work. I've seen a lot of your work. You used to work on St. George Street, and I guess they killed that and ran you off, huh?
Oh yeah, you know about that.
Yeah.
You're allowed to paint there, though. You know, we talked to Mayor Gardner, and he said you're allowed to paint there. Now you're just not allowed to set up a store, but you can paint anywhere on St. George Street now.
It ain't nearly as much fun though when you can't sell them. I mean, really.
Yeah, you're not allowed to sell them.
Yeah. But it's good. It's good that you can do that. Well, I'm going to look around at some of your work, and anything you want to tell us before I go?
Well, my work represents local and Hawaii. So that's all. Of course, there's going with the wind.
You still a little hung up on that Hawaii thing, huh?
Well, yeah, my daughter has a gallery there, sort of.
Ah, good.
And she still paints.
Are you going back over anytime soon?
As soon as you lend me the money.
I was going to ask if you'd take me along.
You pay my way.
I guess if I come up with the money, you'll take us both.
Yeah, I will.
Well, will your daughter put us up while we're over there?
Probably. You gotta make a little tent.
All right,
Put them in the backyard.
Yeah, that's what I do. Let me check out tickets and I'll get back to you on that.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Am I famous now?
Hold on just a minute.
Two rednecks getting a divorce. If two rednecks get a divorce, are they still brother and sister? Is that on tape?
I wouldn't tape record this. Why would I do that? Yeah, what was the joke you were telling me about? I like the way you told it.
You hear about the earthquake they had in Pulaski? About 200 cars fell off the cement blocks.
Fell off what?
Fell off their cement blocks. It was supposed to be Arkansas, but I say Pulaski.
You know why it's always so windy in Alabama?
Why?
Well, because Georgia sucks and Arkansas blows.
Is that on?
Yeah.
Is that on camera?
Yeah, we don't care.
We don't.
We're totally uncouth. We don't uncouth. You got another story for us?
No.
You better. You need to tell some jokes.
Well, yeah, I told you I can't come up with a joke. I can tell Artie's jokes.
Yeah, tell us Artie's jokes.
Artie, jokes from the 1930s. He says this girl's mother kept trying to get him to go to the doctor all the time. Did he tell you that one? She said, no. So after years of begging, she finally, just to please her mother, you got to picture Artie telling this joke. Just to please her mother, she went to the doctor, and the doctor said, well, what are you here for? She said, I don't know. I just came because my mother been telling me to come to the doctor, just because I like pancakes. He said, well, I love pancakes. You know, what's wrong with that? She says, you do? I got closets full of them. Come on over. Then you heard the stinkweed joke, right?
Oh, no.
Artie's joke. Artie, when you see Artie, just tell him to tell you about Mr. Stinkweed, the guy, Charles Stinkweed. He wanted to, eventually, after many years, he decided I would like to change my name, he says. So he actually goes to the court and draws up all the papers and goes up before the judge, and the judge says, well, young man, with a name like this, you should have been here years ago. Artie says, you know, you got to picture Artie doing this. He says, tell me, have you given any thought to what you'd like to change your name to? He said, yes, instead of Charles Stinkweed, I would like to change it to John Stinkweed. He's a trip.
It's an Artie joke.
He was my hero. We were standing on the corner of Columbia Restaurant there by that wall when he was about 92. And he's looking through his art thing bags there, you know. And a blonde comes walking down, right down the middle of Hippolyta. There was no traffic. She had a halter top on, and she had Dolly Parton built, and she was carrying a little young English bulldog right under her bosom, you know, walking down the street. I said, Artie, look at the bulldog. And he's 92. He looks up and says, where? And we watched her go clear down by Scarlett O'Hara's. I said, did you see the bulldog? He said, I didn't see no bulldog. That's a true story.
That's interesting. I didn't know Artie was such a woman chaser.
Oh, he says, I can understand why men would like that.
Did you ever see the picture of him when he was...
Carol's got 4 photographs in there I took of him.
Have you ever seen him when he was a young man?
Yeah, he showed me some old magazine when he's about.
Good looking young
Did you see it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, I understand now why the women liked him so much.
Yeah.
He laughed. So I don't know if that was true or not.
I said, have you ever been in, what is it, the Eiffel Tower or the Leaning Tower of Pisa when he was over there in France? He said, oh yeah, I used to take girls up there and dance. I said, now you tell me, I knew.
All right, we're going to call that a wrap. Hold on a minute.
Now can I button my shirt now?